Did you know that listening to music can trigger the same pleasure centers in the brain as delicious food or even a monetary reward? Neuroscientists found that music releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This connection highlights how integral music is to the human experience. Music can make us feel joy, sorrow, peace, or excitement. Consider the shivers down your spine when you hear a moving passage of music. This phenomenon, called frisson, shows music's extraordinary influence. Music's primal connection makes it a potent tool for communication and expression. Devotional music, at its heart, is sound dedicated to the sacred, the spiritual, or the divine. It is music created and performed with the intention of fostering a connection with a higher power, expressing reverence or facilitating a meditative or transcendent state. From the soaring Gregorian chants in ancient Christian monasteries to the rhythmic curtains of Hindu traditions, devotional music serves as a bridge between the earthly and the ethereal. In many religious practices, music is not merely an accompaniment but an integral part of worship and ritual. For example, Sufi Muslims use qawwali music with its passionate vocals and driving rhythms to achieve a state of spiritual ecstasy. Similarly, in many indigenous cultures, chants and songs are essential for ceremonies, storytelling, and connecting with ancestral spirits. The function of devotional music extends beyond communal worship. It also serves as a deeply personal form of spiritual expression and solace. Shared songs and musical rituals create a powerful sense of belonging and collective identity. The collective voice raised in song becomes a powerful symbol of unity and shared purpose. Modern life, with its relentless pace and constant connectivity, presents unique challenges to finding inner peace and spiritual connection. We are bombarded with information, notifications, and demands on our time, leading to a state of perpetual distraction and often chronic stress. This always-on culture can make it incredibly difficult to carve out moments for quiet reflection or to engage in practices that nurture our spiritual selves. The search for peace and connection becomes a countercultural act, a deliberate turning away from the prevailing currents of modern existence. Finding spaces, both physical and mental, for spiritual nourishment requires conscious effort and a willingness to disconnect from the constant stream of external stimuli. The decline of traditional community structures in some parts of the world further complicates the search for spiritual connection. The digital world offers new forms of connection, but these often lack the depth and embodied presence of traditional communal gatherings, which are so vital for shared spiritual experiences. In this context, practices that offer a direct and tangible experience of peace and connection, such as engaging with devotional music, can become particularly valuable. They offer an accessible entry point into a more contemplative and spiritually attuned way of being, cutting through the noise and complexity of modern life. The lyrics in devotional music are often far more than just words set to a tune. They are carriers of profound meaning, sacred stories, and transformative affirmations. When sung, these words take on an added layer of power. The act of vocalizing sacred phrases can feel like an embodiment of the divine message itself, making the spiritual concepts more immediate and personal. The repetition often found in devotional lyrics plays a crucial neurological and psychological role. Chanting a mantra in Hinduism or Buddhism, such as Om Mani Padme Hum, or repeating phrases like Hallelujah in gospel music, can induce a meditative state. The meaning of the words, combined with their repetitive utterance, creates a powerful tool for spiritual centering and transformation. The very act of singing or listening to lyrics that affirm positive spiritual qualities, like love, compassion, peace, or forgiveness, can have an uplifting effect on one's emotional state and outlook. Section 5. Harmonies of the Heart. Melody's role in spiritual resonance. Melody, the sequential arrangement of notes that we perceive as a single entity, is a fundamental pillar of devotional music's power, capable of evoking deep emotional and spiritual responses. Think of the serene, flowing melodies of Gregorian chants, designed to elevate the spirit and create an atmosphere of contemplation in sacred spaces. The contour and rhythm of a melody can mirror human emotional expression. A slowly ascending melody might evoke feelings of hope or yearning, while a melody that gently descends can bring a sense of peace or resolution. The brain is exceptionally good at recognizing these melodic patterns and associating them with past experiences and emotions, making melody a powerful trigger for spiritual feeling. Harmonies, the simultaneous sounding of different notes, can create sensations of consonance, stability, peace, or dissonance, tension, unrest. The familiarity of certain melodies within a devotional context also plays a significant role. Section 6. Woven into being, cultural context and devotional music's depth. The power of devotional music is profoundly shaped by its cultural context, which provides the framework for its meaning and impact. The specific instruments used, the vocal styles, the rhythmic structures, and even the setting in which the music is performed are all imbued with cultural significance. For example, the sound of the sitar and tabla in Indian classical music, often used in devotional settings like kirtan, immediately evokes a sense of Indian spirituality for those familiar with the tradition. Understanding the cultural background of a piece of devotional music enriches the listening experience immeasurably. The stories, beliefs, and values of a culture are often encoded within its sacred music. The rituals and practices associated with devotional music are also critical. The way people move, dance, or comport themselves while the music is playing contributes to its power. The cultural context, therefore, acts as a lens through which the music is perceived and experienced, transforming simple sounds into profound spiritual communications. Section 7. A personal anthem, My Journey with the Sound of Spirit. I recall a period in my life some years ago when I felt particularly adrift. The pressures of work and the general anxieties of modern existence had created a persistent hum of disquiet within me. It was during this time that I stumbled quite by chance upon a recording of Thais chants. There was something profoundly calming in the gentle rise and fall of the voices, singing short phrases in Latin and other languages. The lyrics, though often unfamiliar to me in their original tongue, conveyed a sense of peace and longing that resonated deeply. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, I noticed a shift within myself. The music seemed to create a space, a sanctuary in my mind, where the usual cacophony of worries would temporarily subside. It was like finding a quiet, sunlit clearing in a dense, overgrown forest. This experience opened my mind to exploring other forms of devotional music, each offering its unique solace. Section 8. The Resonant Remedy, summarizing devotional music's healing touch. Throughout this exploration, we've seen how devotional music, in its myriad forms, acts as a powerful conduit for emotional and spiritual experience. We began by acknowledging music's surprising, almost primal grip on our brains, capable of triggering pleasure centers and profound physiological responses. It's not just about belief, it's about biology and psychology working in concert with spiritual intention, creating a uniquely potent form of human expression and experience. In a world increasingly characterized by speed, distraction, and a sense of disconnection, the solace and centering offered by devotional music become ever more crucial. Lyrics carry wisdom and affirmations, melodies evoke deep emotions, and cultural settings provide a framework of shared meaning and ritual. Ultimately, devotional music serves as a resonant remedy for the soul. By engaging our brains, our emotions, and our spirits simultaneously, devotional music offers a holistic pathway toward well-being. Section 9. Your Sacred Soundtrack, an invitation to share. The journey through devotional music reveals its profound capacity to touch, heal, and connect us. From neurological responses to deep cultural meanings, this music bridges our inner worlds and the transcendent. Whether it's a chant, a raga, or a spiritual devotional music speaks a language beyond words. I extend an invitation to you. What is your sacred soundtrack? Share your stories and experiences in the comments below.